Jack first and Sam.
Hey, Baylor. You guys have a new-looking team this year. Obviously, you got some pieces coming back, Jalen, you, Peyton, Derek, Nemi. But, with all the guys going out, how has the coaching staff been preparing you for what could potentially be a new play style next year versus, trying to stick to what you guys have been doing?
Obviously I feel like especially a lot of us young guys, we've been here all summer and kind of been able to adjust to what we're trying to do throughout the summer workouts. And it's kind of allowed us to already be kind of super comfortable with, what we're trying to do this year with the new team that we do have. And I think all the guys really have become super comfortable with what the coaches are preaching to us in the workouts and when we're playing fives and stuff like that. So I don't feel like it's been a huge adjustment.
What do you think is going to surprise people about your game or your growth this season the most?
I'd probably just say defensively, just being a defensive playmaker and being able to use my instincts to, impact the game in a positive way on the defensive side of the ball.
Jalen's obviously going to be taking on a greater responsibility this year with Jason out. What have you noticed about him and his leadership since you've been around him, and has that even changed, over the time since, Jason's had that injury and you guys been working out over the summer?
Yeah, JB's always been a leader for us. Even when JT was obviously healthy, and I think obviously now that JT is going to be out, he's definitely taking that load on even more. But he's super motivated as always, and you can definitely tell by the way he's approaching the off season, the workouts when he's in the building. Just communicating with everybody, making sure everybody's good, and then on the court as well. Just like I said, his focus and attention to detail in the workouts.
Hey Baylor, you mentioned that you guys have been here most of the summer. Was that the case for you last summer as well, or is this kind of ramp up and different?
Yeah, I think it was a little different. Obviously, the previous summer they had won it all, and so they were going for a longer period of time. And this summer we were definitely here for a little longer.
Baylor, what would you say the most important lesson you learned was over the course of your first NBA season?
I think it was just the preparation. Just prepare like you're going to play every night, even if you're not going to play. That way, when you are thrown into the game, you're prepared and ready to go because you never know when your number's going to be called. I think that's probably the biggest thing I learned over the course of year one.
We've kind of mentioned this, but it was a big summer of change for this team. What was that like for you, experiencing all of that? And then how different does the gym feel right now?
I think for me personally, there wasn't necessarily a huge difference in the way I approached the summer based on the change. I knew I was going to be, super motivated to come in and improve and get better physically and mentally and on the court and in the weight room. And I think that's what I did regardless of, the changes. And then obviously in the gym, you lose people, you add people. Is going to be different, different characters on the team. But everybody that's come in that's new has been great, and really enjoyed getting to know them and spend some time with them on the court and off the court. So it's a different vibe because you got different people, but it's still a great vibe.
Great. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, appreciate you.